I feel like it's been a while since we recorded, so I'm kind of like, well, what am I doing again?
Yeah, it's funny because every podcast right now took the same like 2 week break that we did, and they're all like, "I forgot how to do anything." So everyone's like really rough this week.
We
It's
took
funny.
a month break. The other one did
Oh, I
because
was
of
like-
legal suit.
Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
So we're out of the Scarlet Halls and right into 2019. We made it. We survived the baby New Year. Survived the New Year, and we have 2019. I'm Slidewhistle.
I'm Immunization.
I'm Aaron, fire mage extraordinaire and horde punching bag.
Oh, it's been a while, huh? We've been having a nice little holiday break. Had a nice little
The
party.
feast of Wintervale treated me right. I got all sorts of potions and knives and all sorts of decoded messages that I sold for 2 gold.
Wow.
And not to mention, we celebrated the birth of our Lord and Savior, me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Uriel.
No, she. What is she doing?
Oh,
Is
that
she
was
gonna-
that was so sad. She threw a birthday party. She was like, everyone will show up through the portal, and then no one showed up. She's like, maybe the invites didn't get out.
Is that why she went on her crusade?
Yeah,
She's like,
you
"This'll
forgot
show
my
them."
birthday.
No one will ever forget my birthday again.
Oh man, is that just still contained in the orc stuff? Anyway, we can talk about that later. So what have you guys done in WoW since we last recorded? Because how long ago was that?
It feels like it's been forever since we've recorded this.
The
I know
last
that,
one-
Yeah, if Slidewhistle recorded the Christmas special, which was
Oh, that's
pretty
right.
good.
I had my 2 special guests, Metzen the reindeer and Lumpy.
Poor Lumpy.
He's doing
Is
fine.
Lumpy
Lumpy had
okay?
it coming, honestly.
Yeah, we just had a very awkward ambulance ride because he was laying on the ground for like an hour as I recorded, and then I took him to the hospital. So he's good now. He's fine. He died. But
Oh, no, what a happy
so-
life day.
let's see. I feel like we did a lot in WoW since we last all recorded together. We leveled our paladins. We had paladin adventures where we just beat up underleveled horde.
Yeah, Big Sal's back in the house.
Zaddy exists for the first time ever after wasting a 110 boost on him.
Well, I know about wasting boosts. I can tell you that much.
I don't waste my boosts because I don't use them. I still have a few sitting around that I don't know what to do with.
Is that still wasting them though?
Yeah, I guess.
I can't even imagine boosting to like 90 and being like, okay, well, still got to carve out 30 levels here.
Can you imagine? What's even dumber is boosting to 100 and then being like, nah, and then boosting to 110 on that same character. That sounds like a really dumb decision.
I wonder who would do that.
Yeah, some idiot.
And then maining that character and then throwing them away because it got boring.
Oh God! Wait, yeah, that makes it even worse that I boosted her twice and then stopped using her. That's the ultimate waste of a boost, I think. So what have you guys done in WoW last? It's a very long question, I feel like.
Other than level the Paladins a bit, which is fun, we should get back to that soon. I kind of went crazy on some world quests. Finally got exalted in all of my BFA zones, and finally got Pathfinder. I know I'm probably like 3 months behind in this of everyone else, but I'm ready now. Don't worry.
Wait, can you please tell the story of what happened when you got it? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. So, you know how maybe like 2 or 3 people in guild have those automated responses whenever anybody gets any achievement where it just says grats of some kind. And I got Pathfinder, and then his went off, and then I was like, thanks. I normally don't respond to them, but I was like, okay, I'll respond thanks to this one. And then he replied to me. He's like, yeah, it's about time.
Ooh.
It was Myth.
Who is this?
It was Myth.
Oh,
It
it
was
was Myth.
sassy. Myth is so sassy. I love him. He'll sass you to hell and back.
I'm like, yeah, I guess I had that one coming. Although, like, in my defense, there's only one small portion of Drustvar that I hadn't been to, and
No, yeah, there's an island in the north that it's like the Stormheim Island. I didn't know it existed until when looking up the achievement. It's like, you got to go there. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know it existed until this.
I swam out there with like 12 other people, and we all watched as the fireworks went above our heads as like the achievement went off, and we were like, and we all blew our whistle, and I've never been back there.
It's just so crazy that Immune's mount has been super slow compared to ours for so long, because it's what, like a 15% speed boost, something like that?
Yeah, like I didn't even realize that was a benefit you got from Pathfinder Part 1, or else I would have gotten this 3 months ago.
How embarrassing.
I never noticed it, though. I guess because I don't know if we didn't mount up as much.
So yeah, that was what I've been doing. Oh, I also, while grinding rep, I finally got my Void Elf rep out of the way, so I can start my Warlock, I guess, since that's what everyone has, right?
Literally everyone has a Void Elf Warlock.
Don't forget, we also got Horde Slayer on your alt, my new main. That was cool.
Oh yeah, was gearing up my mage, and then we stumbled upon a bunch of Horde, and we started killing them, and then all of a sudden we got the quest for Horde Slayer, and we're like, yeah, okay, let's do this, I guess. And now I have Horde Slayer on Core Ghost, my mage, before even on my main. It's like, okay. I didn't realize it wasn't transferable either. It's like per character.
Wait, immunization. The actual immunization doesn't have Horde Slayer?
No, I was the only one out of our original squad that didn't get it.
Oh, dang.
You're right.
We gotta get you that.
Basically, I feel like whenever you like party with me, like if we see a horde, it's gonna turn into like an hour of just fighting, and so eventually it'll happen on your priest if you just do some world content.
That was today when I logged on. I messaged Slide. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Just sitting next to the turtle quest," and I was just doing my thing. And I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna invite me to something, right?" And I checked back in like an hour later. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, just standing next to the turtle quest killing people.
My party was full. Like I was pissed because the horde, it was a classic scenario where the horde are camping the fucking turtle quest, and I'm like, I want to do my quest. I did it, ran in. This rogue killed me like 3 times, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna kill this rogue. I killed the rogue, and in the meanwhile, people who were around started to like rally and fight, and it just turned from me doing a turtle quest to me defending this turtle spot for an hour and a half. So the party was full. You asked to join. Immune asked to join. And I'm like, sorry, my party's full. I can't do anything. I'm leading a team of 4 bounty hunters. We all had the bounty hunter on us, and we're just killing boys.
Oh, well, you know what I did do, though, with my time, was I was farting around Darkshore, and I finally got the headpiece.
Oh.
So I'm a happy girl now. Because I walked in, I was like, that is the one thing I need out of this set. So I have the shoulders, I have the cape, I have the dress, I have the headpiece now. I'm like, I have all the important things. I don't care about the gloves or belt. Like, I'm going to take this as a victory.
Yeah,
Admittedly,
that's
that was today when I did that, right before we started recording, was the only time I played WoW during the break. I had quite a lot of Warcraft-based shenanigans, but no actual playing.
Yeah, I didn't really have too much playtime logged either. It's kind of more towards the beginning of our break, like right around Christmas, and then like yesterday night and today.
Really, I think since I made that thing with Metzen and with Lumpy, we did the Paladin Pals. We're currently on the quest for the banana suit.
Full details are coming for the quest for the banana suit.
Don't worry, yeah, that's that's coming up. I feel like I just log on and then you know what I did islands. I did some islands today actually.
Ooh, tell us about those.
I ran them and they're so much better because you don't have to deal with like we gotta kill these pirates so we can get the parrot mount. It's just like we can just kill anything and loot anything. Because before, it was discouraged to loot chests. It was like, don't loot chests. You want to kill all the human mobs on the edge of the island. And I'm like, this is so stupid. And then, like, Blizzard, like, I guess they wouldn't tell they wouldn't say, like, this is what you have to do. But when it came out later that, like, it was, like, kill 80 humans to get your items. They were like, yeah, that was how you do it, but we thought it was too convoluted. Like, wouldn't you think that was too convoluted when you introduced it in the first place? Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, and I think I've expounded on it at a different time or on a different cast, but it made islands feel very slow. And when you're already farming a thing for a specific reason, like less out of just enjoyment of the craft and more out of like, I need a thing out of this, you want to make sure it never feels slow and tedious. So yeah, you jump in a group and it'd be like, I'm really looking for the parrot mount. So you're just doing your thing. You kill a crystal guy and then they scream at you in whispers like, how dare you? And then you end up losing. And I guess, do you still get stuff if you lose to, I'm just going to say the Horde because we always fight the Horde, when you lose to the enemy?
Wait, when you lose to him where?
If you lose an island, do you still get the stuff like that you looted in the old system?
I don't know. I think I've lost like one island, and it was at the very beginning when I tried them. So I'm not sure. Do you know anything about it, Immune?
I don't know. I honestly haven't run enough islands to know much about them. I didn't even know that they changed the way that the loot worked. Or I did, but I didn't know how it worked before, so it didn't really matter to me. I should probably start running more because I know that now you get those doubloons, right?
Honestly, I don't think anyone knew how they worked before. Everyone was guessing how they worked. But yeah, you definitely should run them now because you can. They boosted the rewards you can get. So like they buffed the chances of you getting like the in-game items. They nerfed the doubloon coins you can get. So like I did it today and I only got 2. Remember before when we did it like way back when you get like 15 to 20 doubloons. That was nerfed a while ago.
Now that doubloons are like an actual currency you can buy stuff with, I imagine they clamp down the amount you can get in a major way. Because they still want you to run a bunch of islands. It's just now you'll be running them because you want to buy, I think it's a crocolisk.
Well, most importantly now, though, what you can do is you have like a world quest that if you run like, it's been probably like 5 to 7 islands, it'll fill up your bar like a conquest bar. And if you get it to 100%, what it does is it will put a brand new mission on your mission table, and it's island based. So like the rewards could be anything from a pet to gold or to one of the island mounts. So you can actually kind of like try to get the island mounts through like a secondary chance through your table mission that everybody hates. So that's kind of a cool thing if you like cap your island for the week and get that quest filled out.
Mm-hmm. It definitely makes islands more playable, which as much as a BFA defender as I am, they were one of the more tedious, less playable parts. So any forward momentum on them is good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Well, now that we've kind of wrapped up what we all talked about for what we did this week in WoW, it's a new year, 2019. New year, new us, new WoW. So what are our New Year's WoW resolutions or goals? Anyone have anything? Slide?
I think after doing the Do Not Relent holiday special, I feel really inadequate on the mount front. Talking to people who joined when we joined who have like 8 times more mounts than we do just by running old raids. So I think I definitely want to get out there and run more old raids because hearing how Guava, the one who won the mount from the contest I was doing, she has so many mounts just from running raids and getting lucky. And like I just kind of stopped running old raids to get like Invincible and the one from the Firelands, that sweet Firebird. So yeah, I think I just want to run more mounts or run more raids, and always gotta kill more Horde. There's never enough Horde killing.
Isn't that true?
It doesn't have to be a new year for that to be my resolution.
New year, same me. What about you, Aaron? What do you got for your New Year WoW resolutions?
Well, this new year, I really only have one resolution going into it, and that's going to lead me into a little segment that I like to call the Quest for Hat.
Wait, which hat?
I'm looking for the Gilnean Top Hat.
He is going across the map to find a sacred flat-brim hat. He will journey across the sand. He will strike down any man. All his heroes will fall down dead to the gaps atop his head. He knows what he has to do. He'll never leave the island queue. He won't waver, bet on that. He will win this quest for hat.
I don't have it yet. I was gonna do that week after week until I get it.
Gonna get the hat. I don't have it.
All goofs and giggles aside, though, I agree on running more old raids because I always look. Personally, I don't care as much about mounts, but I am all for dressing up. It's WoW is the ultimate, like, ooh, let me mix and match in style. And there's so many cool armor sets from old content that we can easily breeze through now. So I would agree that I'm all about running old raids to try and get some cool stuff.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the three of us could even like go through and wipe out Hellfire, probably, right?
Yeah, at this point.
Now, do you have any cool armor sets in mind when you mentioned these new armors?
Well, you know what? I've been really keeping my eye out for the one, the only Wish Upon a Paladin banana armor set.
Ba 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 ba.
I wonder how many people have actually seen that machinima. Because, like, I mean, I guess I don't know the scope. I don't know the scope.
At least 3.
I think it's actually
Us.
pretty popular, right? It has to be.
I don't know. I know that Andrew hates it, and he's an old timer, so if he hates it, everyone must hate it, right?
I remember Andrew saying that it won a contest. So I think it actually did.
My man won a contest?
I think Wish Upon a Paladin got like 3rd, I think, in like the top machinima from 2005.
But yeah, Wish Upon a Paladin, banana suit. We have those paladins. I say, I'm going to add this to my New Year's resolution too. We need to get our paladins those banana suits.
It's just so defeating because having run Molten Core, you don't get any part of the banana suit off Ragnaros. You do get it off like his little lackey right before him.
But do you? But do you?
Yeah.
Because I've run it twice now, and I've gotten one piece. Can you imagine?
I mean, I've only gotten one piece as well.
But can you, like, because like back in the day, there was 40 people running that thing, and they were all competing for like the tier sets. Like, how?
Yeah, as much as the Paladin and Wish Upon a Paladin got goofed on at the end by an orc, that man is like a rock star. He raided for years to get that banana suit.
He has the full set, and then he lost it because he made it not sold out.
As soon as it was off of him, he dunked on it.
Well, we will make sure that our banana suits stay sold out.
I implore you to please listen to go find it on YouTube. It's Wish Upon a Paladin. If you haven't seen it, you probably already have. We're Draenor darlings. We're related to everything. It's so good. And kind of bad, but so good.
Can you imagine wearing the banana suit and then riding on a deer mount? That is what I ride.
How do we get
the
this
ultimate
mount?
Wish Upon a Paladin experience.
I don't think that wasn't even a mount, though. I don't think.
Yeah, you can't. That's just it was
that's
just a deer NPC that they like hastily glued onto him in the video.
I mean, that goblin scene was pretty bad. But okay, we can't talk about bad machinimas. Immune, what about you? What is your New Year WoW resolution to get us back on track?
Okay, back on track here. So, everything we already said, I want to get all that sick T-Mog. I want to get those mounts. I've been slacking on farming Ashes of Alar, which I really want. That's like my top mount I need to get. Also, we should do our weekly Karazhan runs to get us to that mount. That'll be easy to get. So that's maybe a easier resolution.
The big smoky dragon.
Yeah, the one from the revamped Karazhan.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that we have to do that. Like, that was on my list for so long, and we never did it.
Yeah, so those, I just feel like I should play more, because I love WoW, but I feel like we've been letting other games get in the way a little bit recently, so I feel like it's time to come back in full force here.
But Monster Hunter's so good. I mean, I love World of Warcraft. Let's play more.
You can start your own Monster Hunter cast on your own time, Slide. This is WoW time down here. WoW time is now.
I'd just like everyone to know this is now a Monster Hunter World podcast.
Ooh.
Oh God, can it please? I have a full 7 episodes of gun lance technique I need to tell everyone.
I switched to the Switch Axe recently, and let me tell you, it was really hard for a drunk high me to kill Anjanath. It took me the entire time, and I was yelling at my computer, I just want to stop playing. Please die so I can stop playing. And I did it, but I was really mad. Anyway, we need to get back to the
wait.
To say like the Kulu or something.
No, I will not stand for this Tobi Kadachi erasure.
I'm not going to lie, Tobi Kadachi was really easy now that I knew to avoid the trees.
But, okay, my favorite Monster Hunter World monster to fight is... I'm pulling Time Warp!
I thought you were gonna be like, I was like, what monster can he even name more than Tobi Kadachi? So
listen, it's time for Time Warp, okay? So let's keep it mage themed this year. I mean, this year. Oh, well,
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's the first Time Warp of the year, but I meant this pod.
Yeah, you could set a precedent right now.
No,
Mage
I'm not
questions
going to
only.
go all in on that theme. But today's theme is Tyrann Core. Kirin Tor. Please edit that out.
I love the Tyrann Core.
We in here, boys. 2019. It's the Tyrann Core.
Yeah, they're being renamed to the Tyrann Core.
God.
Please edit that out.
It will
Keep
not.
it in. Keep all this in. Fuck it.
No.
We are professionals.
No.
It's been 3 weeks since we've all edited together.
Actually, the theme is Kirin Tor, in particular, the Council of Six. So, my question for you guys is, name as many as you can Council of Six members. Former, current, whatever, dead, alive. Just
Hold on.
do whatever
Before
you
we
can.
start this, can we just go by surnames, or do I have to throw...
Okay,
their
just start it.
prefix in there?
Start
Okay, I'm starting. Ready, set, go. Say whatever you can.
Modera,
Caligos, Meryl, Khadgar,
Caligos.
Jaina.
Shit! He's getting them all.
Who's that really oily
Growlina.
bitch? Ooh, Deoxyribos is part of the Kirin Tor technically.
Shit,
He leads
that
it.
is
He's
very
the
true.
Archmage.
The Archmages.
His joke was serious.
Egwin, I think, was part of one.
No. Shit. Who's that gross blood elf that no one likes? He's
Quincy.
nasty.
Aethys Sunstrider. He might not have been, but he's important.
Honestly, I didn't mean important.
Shit, I think you got them all.
No, I missed a lot, but I got the ones that we know.
Yeah.
Time is up, and I think it's a 3-3 tie. Cause
What?
Who did we get?
Okay, so which one of you guys named Modera first? I heard
think
it.
I did slightly first.
I didn't say it at all. I didn't
so
say it at all.
I know that Aaron got 3. You got okay, Modera. You said Kalthus, right?
No.
I think
He didn't
I
say
did,
Calthus.
No, I didn't.
He said
I didn't say Kalthus.
Aethys. He said Aethys Sunstrider. Who
Okay.
Who that?
Okay, so but Kalthus Sunstrider would have been the correct answer. So I guess if that's the case, then I guess Slide would win 3 to 2.
Fucking Aethys Sunweaver. That's who I was thinking of.
Okay.
Dude, how'd you miss your girl with the cold? Or your guy with the cold? Is Meryl a guy or a girl?
Oh, damn it. Yeah, Meryl.
Yeah,
Do we use a member of the Six?
Did either of you guys name Khadgar? Okay,
Yeah, I
so
did.
that
Yeah,
was
you
one of the
did.
ones that I counted.
I shouted it in a very quick mix. Also, who?
There was like there were like 4 names shouted in a row at once, and
Yeah, it had to be very hard for you to judge.
okay, so
Well,
what are we drinking?
Consider. I am still taking Bacardi Gold. And it's out of WoW Podcast. Forgive me, I have to mention another video game. A Metal Gear Solid shot glass that I got
Ooh.
from Feast of Wintervale.
Wait, who's on this shot glass?
It
Is
is
it
the
just like a logo?
Kojima logo, like the fox.
You know what's funny is that I'm actually drinking also Bacardi Gold, but mine's out of an Real Monster shot glass. Send in your votes.
I mean-
Who's the coolest?
Vote now. Okay,
At Do
well,
Not Relent Pod.
Wait. I actually want to hear that. Like, can you give us the full like shot effect? Like, just get it all in there. Get it all in there.
I'm holding the mic right next to my mouth. Could you hear any of that?
I heard the first gulp. I was hoping you'd make a noise or something, but I guess
No,
I guess-
unfortunately.
Well, this
I
is
think
also an ASMR
this
podcast.
being
now.
this
it's a
being
Monster
the-
Hunter
the-
World ASMR World of Warcraft podcast.
I'm crunching through the leaves. I gotta follow my fireflies. Hey!
No, not the hand.
I'm here to show you the monster.
What are we doing? No, this is a WoW podcast. We love WoW. We're not going to change.
Well, what
Please.
should I do with this honeycomb I was about to crunch?
I hate ASMR videos. They freak me out. It makes me uncomfortable. The honeycomb is too
You guys
much.
just watch bad ones, but that's a story for another day.
Okay, well, to reel it in here, I'll just name the ones that I would have accepted as the correct answers.
Okay.
The current order of 6 is Kalik, Karlane, Khadgar, Modera, Vargoth, and Ansarim Runeweaver.
Vargoth. I have his toy. I should know this man. I use it all the time.
Previous ones are Kel'Thuzad, Kel'Thuz Sunstrider, Drendon, Antonidas, Ronin, Jaina. Someone said Jaina.
It was
Damn,
me.
like literally every magic person ever was a former member. Why didn't
really
I just lean on
ashamed.
that?
I'm ashamed that I forgot good old Auntie. I love Auntie.
So let's end this time warp. Next week, I guess it's Slide's turn to do it again. Although I kind of vote that we skip
No!
him, and next week is Aaron because he, pulled 2 last time.
No, well, hang on. Now the rules say whoever loses the time warp loses the right to get it. Right? Isn't that what we
That's
said
fair.
in
I
the
also
Bible
like
of
drinking,
DNR?
so
Oh, I've been drinking.
I
this
also
whole
like
time,
drinking,
as
so
people can probably tell.
I'll continue.
Yeah, spoiler alert, if you already didn't know, which I'm sure you did, we're drinking at any given time during this podcast, which I'm sure the last half of every podcast shows. So we actually got a little snippet of 8.1.5 news. It's not a lot, but it's enough to chew on.
I have not seen anything, so please inform me as to what this news is that I
Well-
will chew on, like a fresh honeycomb in my ASMR video.
No, we can't do that. No. So the most important thing is the Brawlers Guild got its update, baby. Which, as you two know, and nobody else, I live for the Brawlers Guild. I hang out there all the time when I have spare time. I'm cheering on people, and I'm clearing that. Was it 8 bosses the first time I did it?
Yeah,
I
I think it was 8 wins, and the 8th one you cheated.
What? I didn't cheat.
You cheated.
I won it professionally.
I
will not be slandered. I will not be slandered on the air. Don't listen to this man. I don't know what he's saying, but he's a lie.
I was there.
No.
I watched you cheat.
Okay, I want you to tell people at home how I cheated.
So the Brawlers Guild has a series of 8 to 9 bosses, increasing in difficulty and goof factor. The 8th or 9th one is really tough, and no one was being able to do it. Slide queued, and the game glitched in a weird way, where someone fought the 3rd boss, which was like a Pac-Man reference. And when he queued for the 8th or 9th, it gave him the 4th boss, which is a penguin where if it stops moving, it hurts you. But as long as you can keep bopping it in the face, it won't hurt you. So he killed the penguin, and it gave him the Super Master title.
For the record, that is correct. I was on the 7th boss in rotation, and then I won it, but I did go back and I did clear it legitimately, so all my Brawlers Guild peeps and fellow compatriots could see. I think you were asleep by then, though. I think so.
Our time in the Brawlers Guild was like when you make new friends in college, and then you invite your college friend to hang out with your like back home friends. Slide had a bunch of people he knew there, and it was like, oh, let's all fight. And I was just like, I'm gonna eat the snacks.
No, like I would literally watch. I would sit in my VIP section where the Brawlers Guilders sit, who earned it, and I would just chat with people who were just watching, and we just chat and we just observe and we cheer with people on and give them advice, and it was cool. It's a weirdly good community area to be in and talk. And I feel like that's kind of lost a lot in current WoW. I feel like there's not a lot of that happening. But in the Brawlers Guild, people are always chit-chatting away. But I did earn it later, okay? Don't come at me.
I was tilted that night.
You weren't even close.
I wasn't close, but I was mad that you won out beating Pipsy the Penguin.
Pipsy was hard. I'll give Pipsy credit. Anyway, let's get back on. We are so rusty that we're off the rails.
Do not relent on railed.
We are getting our favorite expansion. Warlords of Draenor Time Walking Dungeons is in the PTR right now.
Oh
apparently.
shit!
Or it will be.
You know what that means, boys?
Oh, are we going back to Skyreach?
It's been ages since I've been to the Skyreach.
Where would we be without the Skyreach?
We fucking love Skyreach more than like a person should, I think. Like, that place is, but what's great, guys, you know what's gonna be the best is when we get it. You know what's gonna happen, right? Rashad's gonna say, "It's been ages since I've been to Skyreach." And we're gonna be like, "Yes, it has been. It's been literal ages since we've stepped foot in that fucking dungeon.
It's been like a year since I did Skyreach.
It's been age."
And then we're all gonna spend 15 minutes on the fucking wind push level. We're trying to run against the wind, and Aaron's gonna fall off.
No, I know how to. I run the wind puzzle in my sleep now. I'm so good at that wind puzzle now.
It just took trial by error for all of us.
I used to run that when I was like blackout drunk. Okay, I'm a better person now. I'm no longer stuck in that corner in the
we're all better
apartment in
people
college.
now. At least at WoW.
Oh, for sure. Okay, hang on. Let me just I'm gonna name them all, and then we can go one by one because I think that's what we're doing right now. We're getting new war campaign quests. That's fine. Whatever. We are getting the new brawl in Arathi Basin, which is the one where Alliance. It's like Alliance. You can finally win now because you're facing computers, which is a weird brawl. I feel like to have in where it's Arathi versus computers.
So it's PvP but with PvE.
Yeah, so it's PvE with PvP talents. Whatever.
Interesting.
They're adding Winter Grasp to the Epic Battleground list. You know, for the Epic Battlegrounds, it's like the big ones. It's the ones that are like Ashran level, where it's like 40v40 players. I never played Winter Grasp, and I know for sure that you guys also haven't played Winter Grasp.
No, that was the Wrath era one, right?
Yeah, but you could still queue for it, and people do still queue for it to get like achievements and stuff. I just never have actually done it, so I actually don't know what it is at all. I have no idea what it is. I took the portal from Stormwind by accident once, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. I don't know where the fuck I am. We have the new Dark
I know nothing
Moon.
about that.
Yeah, it's like a weird, I don't know. But they also kind of teased. It says, additionally, you may see some features referenced in this PTR, such as Ashran as an epic battleground, that are not a part of 8.1.5, but may be introduced at a later update. So that means that Ashran from Draenor is marked as 8.1.5 content, but it's actually not. So it's like calling it an epic battleground. They kind of like, I guess, spoiled themselves. Which, I mean, like, anyone could have guessed that, like, obviously Ashran is like one of the last ones that's not in the game.
And it makes sense that they would try to incorporate it at the same time that they try to make the Draenor dungeons time walking.
Yeah, but Ashran fucking sucked. Like, Ashran was not fun.
You played it a lot.
I played it because I was a dumb baby who didn't know what anything was in this game. I was like, I'm gonna get a title called Sword of Rin, so I'm gonna keep doing it over and over again. And like, it was kind of okay, but for a battleground, it's all over the place and it's messy. It's like that dumb Pandaria one where you gotta pull the wagon, protect the points, capture the flag, do all this stuff at once. It's too much at once. In 8.1.5, we're getting some micro holiday updates. Whatever. We're getting the Darkmoon Faire roller coaster. What does that mean? No one knows.
Yeah, I know very little of the Darkmoon Faire, but I'll go if they have a roller coaster.
Like, what is it? Like, do you just ride it for fun?
Will it
like,
give you a buff like the carousel?
That's what I'm thinking, but what buff could it give you that you don't already get from the carousel? I don't know.
I guess we'll have to visit the fair.
They're gonna be testing like the Colturian and Zandalari like allied race unlock. That's fine. I don't want to do that until I can actually do it. Like, who cares, right? They're gonna have the portal rooms open because they stripped out all the portals from Pandaria.
I'm excited for this.
But like, why? You're dating a mage. Like, well, you don't have to worry about portals. Like, I can take you wherever you want to go.
I can
true.
take care of you, baby.
I'm only friends with mages, so.
That sounds kind of exclusive. To everybody else. Like, whoa, that sounds almost racist. Mages,
Classist.
Classist.
Yeah, it would literally be classist, but not like a social class, like your magic class.
Oh, I forgot. Because I'm a mage, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get the Dalaran crater portal, and I totally forgot that it was in our homeland where we were born in the Scarlet Halls. Like, I had to go back to Scarlet Halls and kill our boy Lyndon and kill the dog man and kill other bitches to get the portal.
Excuse me, he has a name. You respect Houndmaster Braun.
No, I will not, because his dogs eat him. But yeah, I did that, and it was like, whoa, I'm back here. It's awesome. But speaking of dogs,
did you see a past version of us recording this podcast?
Yeah, we're just chilling, just talking on the floor of the fountain, just hanging out. But speaking of dogs, finally, it's taken them long enough. They're reintroducing a quest so hunters can get Haiti. I have never played a hunter during Legion, but I know how important Haiti is to hunters. Like, Haiti was everywhere.
Might be
Hati?
Hati. Literally-
It's Hati,
Yeah,
right?
Hati, yeah.
Hati.
Yeah, he was an
Sorry.
entire extra moveset because he would do everything your pet did as well.
Like, it's kind of like losing like an ability and like a friend. Like, 'cause, like, we had people in our guild who had Hati, and they were so sad when he was gone. Because like, it's a whole new skin for your pet that's just not there anymore. So hopefully, like, honestly, I might level my hunter just to fucking experience the love of Hati. Like, that's awesome.
I'm pretty sure we had
Hunter
hunters
homies.
like quit the game because they lost Hati.
We have no hunters left. Like, we have one sometimes.
Good old
Also-
Brio, who gets everyone out of the orbs on that second to last boss fight. It's the only time I ever see him on the hunter.
Speaking of our guild, if you are on Prodmore US and you are Alliance and you're looking for a new guild, try Phoenix Fusion, which is our guild, and our guildmaster has still been kind of AWOL, so we've been like hodgepodging like a weird like Senate ruling where we all are like helping to do parts of the guildmaster would do.
There's no clear like leader. It's just sort of. It reminds me. Never mind. This is gonna be a bad video game reference.
Well,
but
it
We're
just
all
sort
about
of
the
works
weird
right
video
now.
game references right now, so go for it.
It's like the companions in Skyrim.
like that.
There hasn't been a leader in 4,000 years, but it just sort of works.
Kind of how it feels.
You goaded
though.
it out of me, and I didn't want to do it.
No, but honestly, like, it's been working pretty well. Like, we're like, everyone in the guild basically like knows each other. Like, we all know like how we are, and like we've like I mean, like, the bulk has been on Lynn and Scott. Lynn and Scott were killing it during raid. They were pulling them together. We have some older people who like been there for a while who like help with the recruiting and stuff. But it's been like a weird like the people run the guild kind of setting, which I know sounds kind of like a bad thing for someone trying to join a guild who wants leadership. But But it's working pretty well. And if you want to be a DPS or heals, we don't care. We're recruiting. I think we've cleared heroic raids at current content for the past since
Forever.
early
really.
Pandaria.
Yeah,
Yeah, we ain't never not gotten AOTC. We've had it for a while now, and we're fun, right, guys? Right, we're fun. So if you want to hang out with fun,
come hang out with us.
want to hang out
guys.
with fun people.
You can hear me
join
crack
Phoenix
lots of sweet text memes because I don't talk during raids.
I don't know what.
But you'll know it's
'cause
me.
Do we need melee? Do we need range? We're always switching. So honestly,
Well, yeah, that's the thing is this past raid we were all melee, and then now we're all ranged. So honestly, just you be you, baby boo.
just you know what? Just send us an email at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com. I'll hook you up. I'll vet you out. Join our guild. We're cool. We're fun. We're hip. Right?
Yeah. Help us.
Oh, wait, no, what?
Patty.
Hang on.
That's
We don't
cool.
need help.
No fun.
We don't. Oh, damn! Digging deep in that Doug reference. We don't need help. We will help.
SpongeBob reference, you fool.
Oh, wait. Say it again.
No patty. That's cool. No bun. That's hip.
Okay, so I heard Patty, and your
Yeah,
hip
you
sounded
heard
like
Patty and
Skeeter.
thought-
Your hip sounded like Skeeter saying hip.
Oh, that was when he had to make a salad or a salad, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Anyway,
That's
so
a cousin
join
club.
our guild. And this wasn't the best guild commercial. I don't know what is.
We're getting a little too silly in the studio now, so to keep things on the more serious side, we're going to kick it to our favorite roving rover reporter, Growlina.
Hello, viewing audience. I'm here in the purple parlor with my new friend and fellow mage, Ventral. Say hi to the audience, Ventral.
Okay. Hello, audience.
Now, Ventral, you were telling me before the camera started rolling that you've been playing for a while. How far back do you go?
I've been playing since BC. On and off since then, but mostly on.
So you're in a good position to answer this question, Ven. Of all the faction leaders, who do you think is the cutest?
What?
Of all the leaders, who's the spiciest?
What kind of show is this?
Please don't question my credentials, Ven. Just answer the question.
I don't know. Sylvanas, I guess?
Nope, wrong. She's a gross corpse. How about another try?
Tyrande?
Nope, she has spooky eyes. One more time.
I don't know, Illyria?
Well, seeing as none of your answers were Gen Greymane, we clearly could never reach a consensus. Gross! That comment aside, it was nice talking to you, Ven, and I'm warping this feed back to the boys in the studio.
Well, thank you for that report, Growlina. And we are back here in the studio in Borealis.
So, do you guys remember how I mentioned those sweet ass crowns that we're going to be getting from that big pile of gold in Battle for Dazarlor?
Yeah, the big daisy crown.
Petch crown, thank you very much.
So, get
I am
this.
Daisy. I am Growlina.
We're talking about we can't. We're not a Mario Party podcast, but I wish we were. That'd be the most boring podcast.
Because every
Like, what
week
was
it'd be like, fucking Alex won.
He bullshitted. He button mashed more than I did. So, about the crowns that I mentioned before, they actually have kind of cool abilities, I guess. Like weird flavor abilities that you can do with them.
What can you do with them?
What is an example? Yeah, what is an example of such an ability?
So an article was posted like a week ago on Wildhead that I saw when I was at work doing, obviously work stuff. And it says that the special part about these crowns is that they have a special effect. as a player, we have the ability to pry a gem out of them. And it's not like a jewel crafting thing where like you pull it out and you put one in. It's like a weird like use the crown, take a gem. And so I guess the crowns were added to vendors on PTR so we could test it out. And the effect basically makes an item that lasts 20 hours in the real world. So like it's not like real life time. Oh wait, no, it is real life time, real world. That's not considered non-use.
An item created at 4 p.m. will expire at 4 p.m. the next day, regardless if you play or not.
Yes, and the crown has a 20-hour cooldown, which sounds like a crazy thing to say. 20-hour cooldown, like it's so long. So basically, it basically is giving you the ability to play with the crown each day, like And there are 6 different gems you can get out of these crowns that you can just mess around like for funsies. Or some of these seem kind of cool. One of them, the Sunset Amber, will reduce a party member's size by 50% for 5 minutes.
So it's not practical things, it's just goofing?
Well, some of them are goofing, but some of them seem like they can help. But also, this one, it reduces your size, but a party member's size by half for 5 minutes. But it's on a 30-second cooldown. That sounds annoying as fuck. Imagine if I kept putting it on you, Aaron, just constantly. Like every like, here you go. This is yours. Here you go. Here you go.
Wait a minute. No. What if we put it on you? I'm mage.
I'm already a gnome. I'll be half the size of a gnome.
Everyone don't step on Deoxy.
Or do. Step on me. But so there's
I'm
one
a little potato. Squish me. Slowly.
No.
There's one that makes you sparkle. Makes a friendly player sparkle. I'm like, oh, that's fun. One will increase your speed by 120 for an hour. Now, the stat squish kind of fucked me up. Is that a lot? Or is that not a lot?
It's a decent amount, yeah.
No, that's a lot.
And it's on a 1 minute cooldown.
I have trinkets that are just trying to be good things that increase something by 90. And considering a goofin gem will increase speed by 120, that's a fair bit.
Do these stack?
Well, hang on, but there's more. Give me the rest of them. The Emerald of Vigor will restore. Oh god, it's numbers. Will restore 33k health.
Whoa!
But the cooldown is shared with healing potions. Now, Aaron, you're an alchemist. Off top of your head, can you tell me how much a healing pot heals for?
No.
No, I don't think anybody
the stat
can.
squish really fucked me up. I have no idea what numbers are
I
anymore.
make them, I don't use them.
I'm going to use this airtime to find out exactly what it gets us. Here we go. Healing pot, health, healed. Wow. It's the coastal one, right? Or is it astral?
Yeah, it's coastal.
Whoa, the coastal heals for the same amount. The exact same amount.
So it's just a
33K.
free potion.
Yeah, it's a free health pot, I guess.
What do I need alchemists for? Am I right?
Yeah, although, to make those health potions, it's pretty much free anyways.
All right, fine. The Diamond of Sustenance will draw sustenance from the gem, restoring... Oh my god, why am I... There's so many numbers. 166k health. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm really bad at...
Or
okay.
83k mana?
No, and 83k
Wait.
mana.
The Diamond of Succulence will make your booty juicy.
So it gives you 166k health and 83k mana over 20 seconds. If you spend at least 10 seconds focusing on this gem, you'll become well fed, gaining 75 in a stat for 1 hour, which isn't as good as the 100 stat you get, or is it 150? It's more stat to use in Alchemists, no, to use food. It's more stat
cooking.
to use food from a cooker, but it's still like a nice way to get it for free. You know what I mean?
Wait, so this would take up your well-fed buff, you think?
Yes. So the thing is that these all will compete with the other ones, and the last one is Sapphire Brilliance, which will increase all stats by 400 for 1 minute, but it shares a 1 minute cooldown with other combat pots. So the combat pots are going to be way better than this. But if you're in a pinch and you happen to get one of these gems randomly off of your crown, you can use it.
Yeah, so it sounds like there are some useful gems as well as goofing gems. but they're just lesser versions of things you need to spend money on.
Yeah. So like they're lesser and it's random. So you might. It's possible you might only get the one that makes someone small for 50%.
But it kind of makes sense that they would give these gems that could save you money on the boss named Opulence. That is a big ball of gold.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Wow, that's right. It's like you kill the gold and he'll save you some gold.
Gold save gold.
Whenever I think of Opulence, I just think of the mace that Immunization can get and we can't. I'm still. I don't think maces look so hot, but I'm still a little salty about that one.
Honestly,
I wish we were all in the same
boat. I took it for
boat.
granted that I can use maces because most of the time I don't mog to a mace. But
that's one thing I hate about not playing a warrior. Warriors can use literally anything. Like I can equip staffs. I can equip one-handed, two-handed, like anything, and then but wands basically. Now, one of the things in this article says, while some of the effects can be used in combat, they have no actual impact as they share cooldown with other similar and more broadly available effects. Bitch, they kind of have impact if you ain't got none of the stuff. I mean, like, I guess if you're an actual raider who's like ready to like make mythic shit, or I guess not being hounded by a not guild master in our guild, I guess you could get away with it. Because like there are times if people don't have pots or flasks, or
I mean, I won't lie. The food buff one would be good if I wasn't a raider, because that's the only time I ever see a feast. Like, I don't cook. Like, I don't buy them for just my leveling experience.
Well, I can send them to you. I can make anything you want. I'm a chef.
Make me pasta.
Oh, okay, I can't make you that.
You lied! So, you know who's even more opulent than Opulence himself?
Me.
Our sexiest NPC of the week!
Who is it? Who's the sexy? It's probably me. Ooh.
Sorry. Our sexiest NPC of the week this week is my man, Aludane Whitecloud.
Ooh, Blood Elf, finally.
Daddy.
Who? The vast majority of you are asking? Why?
Also me, previous to this podcast.
Why, he's our favorite purple-vested, purple tight pantsed blood elf sitting out at the docks in floating Legion Dalaran.
Oh.
Girl, you talk to this boy every day for 3 years, and you ain't even noticed how fine he looking?
Everyone has used this man, and no one stopped to ask him his name.
I mean,
that's how sexy he is.
You don't need to know a guy's name to use him every day, I guess. But damn, that's a hot piece of blood elf.
I'm surprised he had a name when I learned this. I was like, who is the NPC? Oh, it's the guy from Dalaran? I know him. Like, I know who he is. With those purple pants and those little boots.
I remember running past him and being like, ooh, that is a hot slice of man. And I felt sad every time I had to fly away. But I always spun that camera around and watched him go.
Wait, but you watched yourself go from him.
Yeah, I watched myself leave from him.
But
he never moved.
Let me just say, I'm pretty sure this is the male version of my cat lover's vest that I love so much to T-Mog on Immune. So I just want to say, I think we're a match made in heaven. Like, Aludane and I.
I think you're right. I think that actually is the cat lover's vest.
I think most of the time I mog myself very similarly to this. Except, like, as a female Draenei or any Draenei, I don't get boot mog, but...
Let's post a comparison picture of Aludane and your character on the Twitter when we post this episode.
Okay, good call. I will do that. Or better yet, I will post a picture of us together.
Ooh, actually side by side. Honestly, I think his sexiest feature is that when you chose to ride his mounts, he would pick one of your mounts for you. He'd be like, you know what? You're going to ride this mount today. And it's like, oh, Aludane, thank you. Because every other flying griffin man is like, you're going to fly my dusty-ass bird. Aludane's like, you're going to fly whatever's in your collection and in your favorites, and you can do whatever you want with it. And I'm like, I'm riding my dragon? What the fuck, dude? How'd you know I wanted this?
Aladane is such a gentle and sensitive lover, and so thoughtful, and that's why he's our sexiest NPC of the week.
Ooh. Hey. Hey, it's me, Aladane. Ooh. Speaking of sexy things, Aaron, I've heard through the grapevine of the internet that you recently had to have a podcast change on your other day job. Is this true?
Yes, it was a interesting and lengthy, not legal, because there was never legal action taken, but it was an interesting thing. So, for any eagle-eared listeners out there, I have been plugging my alternate podcast I make with my friend Will, aka Tyre of Proudmoore, and it was originally called Trade Chat. Then we learned there was a streamer named Trade Chat, so we decided to call it 2 Trade Chat to differentiate ourselves and reflect the name of the actual thing in game. And we were plugging away, doing our own thing. We got a few fans, and then one of them tagged her in a post and said, "Hey, do you know about this?" And that opened the floodgate. She goes by Panzer now, but she was tagging us in sassy posts saying she couldn't believe we wouldn't do our research, and there was no way. It had to be a slight. I can tell you, I respect her and what she does. We actually did not know she existed at the time. So there was intense internal discussion of what we should do, and eventually we had to completely rebrand. So for any of you who found Trade Chat off of this podcast, we are now Heroes Call Board to reflect the board that sits in all Alliance cities. It's the exact same show. Please go still listen to it. But that's a big part of why I wasn't playing a lot of WoW recently, was because I was having to make art assets and completely design a new show.
Hey, you know what they say? It's a new year, new you, right? I will agree that the circumstances were questionable at best. I feel like owning the rights to a very commonly known WoW entity is kind of but I think Heroes Callboard is probably a better name because everyone knows what that is, right? Everyone uses that fucking board to get their quests and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and every Alliance person knows the Heroes Call board.
Wait, what is the Horde one called?
It's called something
the same
gross.
thing? Wait, is it a different name? Seriously?
Yeah, because when I was looking it up, I'm like, because Will plays some Horde, and I'm like, well, I hope he's not upset that like I'm naming it a distinctly Alliance thing. What is it called?
It's called the War Chief's Command Board, which sounds like a really bad game of like, what are the synonyms for Heroes Call Board?
That sounds like a really off-brand version of Stratego to me.
The War Chief's Command Board.
You're not wrong.
It's just too long. It's too wordy. The War Chief's Command Board, the Heroes Call Board, like it. Wait, rebrand to the War Chief's Command Board.
We are rebranding to off-brand Stratego.
Okay, but a fun fact that I don't know if I'll expound on the actual Heroes Call Board. In the intro for it, I put on a little voice like this, and the only thing in the world I can't say in that voice is the phrase Heroes Call Board.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a test interview here. Aaron, you are interviewing for the job of your life. You wanted this job since you were 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And me, the interviewer, solemnly requests that you say Heroes Call Board in your funny voice.
In that funny voice?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll give you a beat for beat what I was doing on my bed when I was recording it. Heroes Call Board! It's just I tried to make it sound cool, but it came out as Hamsar every time.
It's like a
I'm
weird
the
like
Hamsar runner.
it's like a weird little tiny cowboy almost, and you say it like that. It's like a little tiny cowboy.
Heroes cardboard. Will's in Sin City right now, and I don't mean the Goldshire Inn in Moonguard, but when he returns, you'll hear your first new episode of Heroes Cardboard.
Well, I cannot wait to hear it.
Also, I love Moonguard. Shout out to Moonguard, my homies from
shout out to
Momi.
Moonguard. Shout out to Moonguard. A blood elf man did awful things to me, and then I tried to drown myself in a moat.
That is actually a very true rendition of what happened on Moonguard. But I still love y'all. Y'all are great. Keep doing Moonguard stuff.
Well, in the wake of such happy encounters that we are recounting, I will transfer us right into our top toot of the week. So let's all go around and say our favorite thing that happened to us in the World of Warcraft or otherwise. Slide, what do you got?
Well, I kind of already talked about it earlier, but I feel like whenever you ask me this, it's always going to be, I killed some horde this week. But it's my first time playing WoW in like a long period, like playing for like a while at a time. Like I said, I went down to the Turtle Quest in Trustvar, hanging out with my Alliance homies. We camped the Turtle Quest for an hour and a half. The Horde brought out a raid to fight us. We fought them off the first time. 20 minutes go by. The Horde kill us. And we all, literally in like /2 chat, /1 chat, in general chat, all the Alliance shake hands and are like, guys, that was a good game. We did great. We held it for an hour and a half. Probably a new record for the Alliance. Because normally it's like, oh, the Alliance suck. We're all going to disband now. We all were like, everyone, good game. It was like winning. It was like losing a game of T-ball. But yeah, we held them back. And it's a good feeling. I feel like the Alliance of old, before these changes, would have kind of just like rolled over. We would have lost that first hold against like 20 Horde. We held, we won, and then we defended. We lost honorably, shook our own hands and said, guys, good game. We're all going to leave now because we have other things to do. That's not fighting for the spot for an hour and a half. And it was just an overall good showing from like both parties. It was kind of relieving. I feel like War Mode is still a little bit fucked, but it just, for me, it feels like it's more fixed than ever. It feels good. What about you, Aaron? What do you got for your top toot of the week?
As far as this week, like I said, I didn't play a super high amount of Warcraft. I'm definitely I got days coming off here, or days off coming up here. So that's gonna be me all day. But it's dumb, but I'm really excited about that headpiece because, like I said, playing dress up and getting cool mogs is a super interesting part of the game for me. And I'm really excited that I'm getting the Darkshore set. I feel like this is the first time in my career where I'm diligent and I'm skilled enough to get sets on like when they're actually coming out. I feel like BFA is the first time I really am not like at the top of my game, because obviously I'm not mythic rating, I'm not getting those sets, but I'm there, I'm actively part of the community. I feel like I finally feel at home at WoW, and getting these sets, being a participant is definitely something I find really cool. So it's deep inquisitive thought brought on by the fact that I got a cool new tiara. But I'd say that's definitely my top toot of the week. And
Hell
also,
yeah.
It's a really cool tiara.
my new toot is I'm gonna dedicate these next few days to trying to get the shoulders for the banana set. Immune,
Sweet jazz.
Immune, what is your top toot of the week?
Well,
You haven't gone yet.
My top toot of the week, and my week will be between now and the last time that we podcasted and named our top toots of the week.
It's a long ass week, let me tell you.
Yeah,
that's a top toot of the month.
Listen,
Of the year, really.
let me have this
Yeah.
moment, okay? Okay, so mentioned it earlier in the podcast, but I think my top two is finally feeling somewhat caught up. All my rep is grinded out. I can level whoever I want, and I'm really excited to level these Paladins, get the banana suit, have an all I'm excited about, which is a new thing, and also level a Void Elf, because that heritage armor is really, really hot.
I'm a huge fan of it. I moved my girl for the first time in months, and I won't lie to you guys, she still didn't make it out of Stormwind City, but Nasisha got some foot traffic in that heritage armor, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, and maybe someday we will have a collection of like 5 of our alts that are all Void Elf Warlocks, able to park ourselves outside of the T-Mog in our heritage armor, because that's probably the most that they'll amount to.
That's kind of sad. I mean, I feel like all Void Elves they're a cool model, but I feel like everyone that we know is just kind of like, meh, Void Elves.
I mean, I don't really like pretty races, so I leveled a Void Elf because I thought it was the coolest of the heritage armors, but I don't like looking at her. She looks really frail.
Listen, one day, Dirty Mustache Squirm, the Shadow Priest man with his gross beard, is gonna make it to max level, and I'm gonna be the best priest, right, Immune?
I will say no, because Krakuda will make her way to the top.
All right.
Did
and
you guys even
we're
think about Dirty Gary?
I think with that we're done. We're just naming our bad Shadow Priest Void Elves.
Nope,
this is a Warlock, okay?
Mine
Oh no, what have I done?
Mine was a Holy Priest Dark Iron Dwarf. He doesn't even exist anymore. I made Dirty Gary, and I'm like, ugh. I deleted him.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this podcast.
It's been time for a while. I think we came in hot out of the gate. We were 3 weeks rusty, but we're back, baby.
We're making the quality content you need and you crave.
You deserve just drunk tomfoolery. All right. Well, if you have any complaints, any questions, anything to email us, any guild recruitments. If you want to join our guild, where us 3 are in, and we're fun people, right, guys? Right?
I'm fun.
Almost fun.
You can just email us at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com. You can find us on Podbean at Do Not Relent Pod. You can tweet at us at Do Not Relent Pod. If you're not seeing a theme here, basically any handle we have is Do Not Relent Pod.
Well, you can follow me at New Era Alex on Twitter.
You can follow me, Aaron the Human, at The Bigacheesy on Twitter. And you can follow my other WoW-related adventures at the newly christened Heroes Call Board. We're that on Audio Boom, Twitter, and soon to be iTunes. Heroes Call Board. Same show, new name.
Also, while I have you here, please give us some kind of rating on iTunes for Do Not Relent. If it's 1 star, if it's 5 stars, I don't care. I'll read it on the air right here. That's right. I could say your username and your really mean or really good review, and I'll read it.
Honestly, you can tell us we suck. We probably suck.
Just
I just want to know.
Honestly, just like DM one of us and we will put it on this show. That's fine.
Do whatever it takes, but I want to read your name and your review on the air. All right, and with that, I think we're out of here. It's time to go earn our banana suit from Molten Core. All right, that's it for us. We're out of here. And remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.